Negotiable Instruments Act, Section 79, Interest when rate specified. Section 79 of the Negotiable Instruments Act, 1881 deals with the calculation of interest where a promissory note or bill of exchange expressly provides for payment of interest at a specified rate. The provision lays down the manner, rate, and duration for which interest is payable on such negotiable instruments. 1. Applicability of the provision. This section applies to promissory notes and bills of exchange in which interest is expressly made payable at a specified rate. The provision becomes applicable only when the instrument itself clearly mentions the agreed and specified rate of interest. 2. Express specification of interest. The section requires that interest must be expressly made payable on the instrument, meaning that the rate of interest and the intention to charge interest must clearly appear from the terms of the instrument itself. Accordingly, interest cannot be implied merely from surrounding circumstances, and where a promissory note provides for interest at 10% per annum, Section 79 governs the calculation of such interest. 3. Interest calculated on principal amount. The section provides that interest shall be calculated on the amount of the principal money due on the instrument, and such calculation is based on the specified contractual rate payable on the principal sum. The principal amount therefore remains the basis for computation unless otherwise directed by law or court, ensuring certainty and clarity regarding the amount on which interest accrues. 4. Commencement of interest. Interest is calculated from the date of the instrument, and unless the instrument provides otherwise, the starting point for interest is the date on which the promissory note or bill of exchange was made or drawn. Accordingly, interest begins running immediately from that date, and the holder is entitled to recover interest accruing from the execution of the instrument. 5. Duration of interest liability. The section states that interest continues to accrue until the amount is tendered, realized, or until such date after the institution of a suit as may be directed by the court. I. Interest until tender. If the liable party properly tenders payment of the amount due, interest stops running from the date of valid tender, and tender means a lawful and unconditional offer to pay the amount due. Once such proper tender is made, the holder cannot continue claiming interest beyond that date where the payment has been wrongfully refused. 2. Interest until realization. Where no valid tender is made, interest continues until the actual realization or recovery of the amount, thereby protecting the holder from loss caused by delayed payment and compensating him for being deprived of the use of the money. 3. Interest after institution of suit. If legal proceedings are initiated, the court may determine the date up to which interest shall continue after the institution of the suit, ensuring fair control over post-suit interest. 6. Role of the court. The court may direct the period for which interest should continue after a suit has been filed, while considering the conduct of the parties, delay in proceedings, and applicable legal principles. The court may also consider equity, fairness, and the circumstances of the case, thereby ensuring balanced and reasonable judicial enforcement. For more details, contact us.